My name is Jack Cagle, and I want to take this moment to say thank you for the 15 years of partnership with Harris County and with our library system. First of all, 15 years, utopia, and now. For the 15 years, what does that mean? Well, we have books in the hands of children that can change their lives. Literacy literally makes lives better and important. That leads me to you, the utopia. For me, I love books. And although you guys have asked me to talk about some of the best features, and we have all kinds of things, exploratory labs, 3D printers, electronics, music, all kinds of things. If I could digress for a moment and tell you one of my favorite stories of a book that changed the world, it is one by a gentleman by the name of Xenophon. Now, he was a young man who was fairly educated, and he was in a Greek army that was sent away to go fight in the great civil war of Persia. Unfortunately, through a series of events that occurred in Persia, all of the upper-level officers were slain at a banquet. And all of a sudden, this poor Greek army was absent all of their upper-level officers. So being Greeks, they elected a new set of officers, and this young man, Xenophon, who was in his 20s, suddenly became the new general. And he began this long march, the Anabasis, of his troops out of distant Persia through what we now know as Afghanistan, ultimately into the Black Sea, and ultimately home again. And he journaled and wrote the book of his experiences in the Anabasis. Years later, there was a young man by the name of Alexander, whose father, Philip of Macedonia, wanted his son to have the finest education available. So he hired a private tutor for him. We know that tutor as Aristotle. So Aristotle made Alexander, not so great at this time because he's just a young kid, read this book from Xenophon on his great march out of Persia. Why did that book change the world? If you watch years later, when Alexander grew into be a man and then a leader of the Greek armies, he conquered the world by using the book from generations before. You, by reading a book, never know how you may change and conquer the world as you know it in years to come. So, 15 years, a utopia of great things to read, to explore that could change the world, which you need to start now. That spells fun. Come to your library. Thank you for 15 years of great partnership. I'm Jack Cagle, your Commissioner, Harris County Precinct 4.